Coming up on the Panther Den, we will break down the latest from the men's and women's basketball teams. We'll take a deep dive into women's hoops and a sit-down interview with senior leader Coleman Slayer. Don't go anywhere. Panther Den starts now. Hello and welcome to Panther Den. I'm Malachi Parks. 2 games in 1 week. The Hanover men were on the road Tuesday, while women held down home court against Rose-Hulman. Over the weekend, both teams battled again as they inched closer to the conference tournament. Starting with the men's teams, they took their talents up to Rose-Hulman on Tuesday night for a hard-fought conference victory. Looking at the stats for Hanover, the Panthers were led by Cameron Freeman with 14 points and 3 assists. Jeremiah Alexander added in 13. Luke Miller and Will Harold added in 12 points. The Panthers were victorious 73-67. Meanwhile, the women held it down at home. Here are the highlights. The Lady Panthers were in action in Collier Arena, where they were up against conference opponent Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers got off to a fast start, leading 12-7 early in the first quarter. Jamie Braun with the jump shot. She led all scoring with 22 points. The Lady Panthers get things rolling late in the first. With a minute left, Hanover cut the lead down to 1 with this made three-pointer by Alexis Wines. Rose-Hulman leads by 3 after 1. The Panthers get off to a great start in the second quarter with this assist by junior Caitlin Lorenzi, where she finds senior Catherine Bentzer for 3 to tie it up 20-all. Tied at 22 in the second, Hanover's Alexis Wines has a great look in the corner but is off the mark. Caitlin Lorenzi with the big rebound and the layup to put Hanover up 24-22. Hanover up 30-29 until Jamie Braun spins to get inside for the layup. Rose-Hulman up by 1, 31-30. Late in the second quarter, Hanover up 2, 35-33. Grace Beasled for the jumper that is no good. Sammy Herman crashes hard for the rebound and the layup to extend the lead to 4. As the final seconds approach before halftime, Jamie Braun pokes the ball away, which leads to points for Rose-Hulman as they would go into the break with a 41-37 lead. Coming into the second half, Sammy Herman would find Alexis Wines for another three-pointer. It would cut the lead down 41-40. Alexis would end the game with 18 points. It was all Hanover throughout the third, thanks to this great drive and score by Sammy Herman to give Hanover an 8-point lead. In the fourth quarter, Hanover trying to hold on to the lead until Jamie Braun would find C.K. Rodriguez to cut the score to 66-65 Hanover. The Fighting Engineers were up 1, 69-68, trying to put Hanover away. This missed shot by Rose-Hulman would give Catherine Bentzer the rebound, where she finds senior Grace Beasled to take it the distance to give Hanover a 1-point lead. Rose-Hulman extends their lead to 3 with this play by Julia Myers. She finds teammate C.K. Rodriguez down low for the layup. Rose-Hulman would win 76-70, picking up a road win and splitting the season series against Hanover. After a couple days of rest, both teams were in action up at Manchester. The men came away with a win on a last-second shot made by Cam Freeman with 7 seconds left. 71-70 was the final score as Hanover is on a 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the women faced Manchester. The Lady Panthers were able to bounce back with a big win, 70-57. They were led by Alexis Wines with 18 points. Grace Beasled with 15. Sammy Herman added in 14. Senior Catherine Bentzer added in 13. With 3 games left in the regular season, both teams are making a strong push towards the end of the season. Don't go anywhere as senior standout Coleman Slayer will join me for a one-on-one interview next here on the Panther Den.
Hi, this is Ryan Nowicki, Associate Head Men's Basketball Coach and former Hanover Men's Basketball Player class of 2013. I'm extremely grateful for my Hanover playing experience and for the opportunity that I have to work with our current players every day. Just like when I played, we work extremely hard to provide our guys with the top-tier Division III basketball experience. This absolutely would not be possible without the financial support of our former players and friends of the program. I'm here with senior wing Luke Miller, who'd like to share a little bit about his D3 basketball experience.
Sure. As Coach Wicks mentioned, my name is Luke Miller. I'm a senior business major and four-year member of the men's basketball team. Some of you may also know that I'm the oldest son of Coach Miller, and I've had the opportunity to grow up around the program. One thing that has always stood out to me is the great experiences and memories that teams get to have each year. This is something that I've been able to experience firsthand as a player here, and this is something that me and my teammates also know that is not possible without the financial support of alums and friends of the program. It feels great to have so many people willing to support these experiences for current and future players.
Absolutely. We are so lucky to have the support of so many people who care about the well-being of Hanover basketball and our players. And that support is something that we never take for granted. Coming up on February 20th is our third annual Hanover Athletics Day of Giving, where you can give to directly support our program. As a current and former player, Luke and I sincerely ask that you consider supporting our team and helping us provide an outstanding basketball experience for our current and future players. Thank you so much, and go Panthers.
Welcome back to Panther Den. Joining me today is senior basketball player Coleman Slayer. Coleman, thank you for taking some time out of your day today. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So let's get into this interview today. So, Coleman, you're one of four seniors on this basketball team. What have you tried to instill into this team?
One of the biggest things that I've tried is just a hardworking mentality. Whether it's in the weight room or at practice or out of practice, putting in the work kind of by yourself or getting in there with your teammates, whatever it might be, just kind of as a senior, showing that to the younger guys, of being like, just you work your butt off, you set yourself up, you give yourself confidence. That's kind of the biggest thing I've tried to do.
Absolutely. So you guys are undefeated at home this season, but have had a few hiccups on the road. But you guys are on a 5-game winning streak now. What have been the lessons learned from that?
Yeah, that's going to happen when we play 3 to 4 freshmen right now. Super talented freshman group and a super talented sophomore group as well. You're going to have those whenever you're playing younger guys. Their potential and, the next few years to come, I mean, it's looking really good. So that's one of the things that, Coach has kind of told us, like, we got some young guys. We're going to go through ups and downs, just try and stay level-headed. And the whole year we've just been having the mentality to keep grinding it out, keep working until we figure it out. And kind of like you said, going on a 5-game win streak, we're kind of starting to form our identity later in the year. So it's just kind of been having that mentality of don't go too high, don't go too low, because we also went on a 5-game losing streak, So through that losing streak, don't get too low, stay level-headed, keep grinding it out. And now that we're on the 5-game winning streak, just, like we said, kind of going into that identity that we started to find.
Absolutely. So you guys are kind of in the home stretch of the season. You got a game tomorrow and then 2 more games after that in conference tournament. What's been the biggest challenges so far? You kind of already touched on it with freshmen. Have there been any other challenges along the way?
Probably just that losing streak. A lot of us come from like successful high school programs, and one of the reasons that we chose Hanover was because of the successful past and where it's been, and Coach Miller as the coach that he is with his like winning history. So it really was just that 5-game win streak. I don't think a lot of us have ever experienced that. I know I haven't, and I don't think anyone else on the team has ever lost 5 in a row, whether it's in their high school career, at Hanover. So that was super hard, just to keep coming in every single day, just kind of nose to the grindstone. So yeah, that was probably the biggest challenge. But I think it just shows the kind of guys that we have. We could have collapsed when that happened, and the year could have been over. But no, we kept coming in, putting in the work every single day, and we're here where we are now.
Absolutely. So 5-game winning streak obviously is something pretty impressive to do and could carry momentum going into the conference tournament. But let's talk about from game 1, Berry College was your opening game. How have you guys improved as a complete team to be where you are now, to set yourself up for a big win tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, going back to that identity piece, at the beginning of the year, it was kind of up in the air. I think our biggest improvement has honestly been on the defensive end. You talk like like our starting point guard Cam, something that he just started to pick guys up full court now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gets him going. If he gets a steal, just putting pressure on guys, which therefore kind of gets the whole team going. You know, so I do think that, you know, from that first game to now, our defense has improved immensely, and that has kind of contributed into who we are and helping us find that identity that maybe, you know, we weren't sure what it was at the beginning of the year.
Awesome. So like I mentioned at the start of this interview, you're one of 4 seniors. What has this season meant to you as a senior?
Yeah, it's a different feeling because, you know, when you're in high school and it's your senior year, you kind of have an idea of like, I still got 4 more years left in college. This, you know, like it's it, you know. So there's been some, you know, I've been kind of a little bit more like nervous or anxious. I don't know what it is, a little more pressure maybe, just knowing that, hey, like this really is the last ride, you know.
Yeah.
So playing since I was 3, and, you know, the other 3 seniors are the same way, you know, playing a sport since you're 3 and knowing that this is the last time you're ever going to do it. You know, there's a little more weight with this season for sure. But it's been amazing. You know, the coaches, the guys, they made it awesome. It's been a special year.
Absolutely. So, you know, coming down to the home stretch, you've made a lot of good plays over your 4 years, but what's been the favorite memory being a Hanover College Panther?
Favorite memory? I mean, I think I'd be remiss of saying it wouldn't be winning freshman year. You know, none of us freshman class got to play that much, but anytime you can win the regular season or the conference tournament, you know, that's a huge accomplishment to see all the work you put in the off season, you know, the grind throughout the season to really pay off. But other than that, the memories just come just all the time with the guys. You know, winning it my freshman year and then all the time with the guys are definitely my favorites.
Well, absolutely. Thank you very much for your time today, and I wish you all the best of luck this season. Good luck against Franklin in the conference tournament, and hopefully you guys can make some noise.
Yeah, thank you, Malachi. I appreciate it.
Both teams are looking to keep momentum in the final stretch of the regular season. That's a wrap for this edition of the Panther Den. We'll be back next week with more highlights and analysis. Until then, I'm Malachi Parks. See you next time.